records that he doesn't make music videos, but short films.
I don't even allow people to say the word video. That's taboo around here. So we say it's a short film.
Absolutely. And he said, whoever said that said the right word, and it said short film. And that's what we try to make them, short films, a beginning, a middle, and an ending of a story.
What it is, let the past be the past. Just know Bam gonna be good and turn up on their ass. It's your time, it's his time, it's Bam's time. Bam's time to shine. Your time to shine too. Yes, you. Hey, check it out, man. Another video, y'all know what is going down. Y'all know what's going on. I ain't gotta keep saying and reiterating the same shit. Another subscriber, shout out to you. I'm always gonna put y'all, the ones who tell me what to react to, I'm gonna put y'all on the screen. Told me to react to the crazy story behind Michael Jackson's Forgotten Thriller sequel. Y'all been rocking with my reactions and my commentary on this Michael Jackson stuff, along with some other stuff, not to throw the other ones who've been commenting, telling me to react to things that have nothing to do with this. But it hasn't been a lot of y'all, but it's definitely been some. So keep it coming, you know what I mean? Keep it coming. I'm gonna keep getting these videos out for y'all. We going crazy. We almost at 800 subscribers. Y'all make sure to subscribe, like the video, all that good shit. If you like what I'm saying and fuck with what I'm doing. Don't just do it if you just feel bad for me. Don't feel bad for me. If you don't fuck with this shit, click off right now. But subscribers told me to react to this video. That's what we about to do. Let's get it.
One of the biggest artists in history, playing 5 different parts in a musical horror film written by the King of Horror, directed by...
He played 5 different parts? One thing about Thriller, somebody told me Michael Jackson didn't write the song, and I actually Googled it, and I think that actually was accurate information. I don't know. But he played 5 different parts? He was the Martin. That's like Martin in fucking excuse me, and I gotta stop cussing. In Martin. That's like Martin and Martin, really. Played all them roles.
Utilizing groundbreaking effects, and was the longest music video ever for over 15 years.
It was a short film. That's the thing, people get it confused. Really a short film. But then it just got into a like, okay, bet this is, you know, we gonna make it. It's a music video. It's considered a music video, but now it's really a film.
Okay, hold on. Let's start a little earlier.
I wonder how everybody saw it, because back then they didn't have YouTube.
When his insanely popular album Thriller was displaced from the top of the Billboard 200 chart 8 months after its release, Michael's manager suggested making a music video for the title track. And after seeing John Landis's film An American Werewolf in London, Michael asked him to direct it, which he only agreed to do if they could do it as a short film. An idea Michael
I just said
supported.
short film.
The problem was, most music videos at this time cost between $20,000 and $50,000 to produce. For Thriller, they needed $500,000. And although they struggled to secure the money initially, they raised the
$500,000 to record. Well, I guess if you, because I'm looking at it from my aspect. I know I'm about to get to the short films, but I'm looking at it from, damn, bro, that's how much is. Oh, and they said at the time, because I'm seeing short films all over YouTube. I know they ain't all these motherfuckers. Even the biggest, highest YouTubers probably have touched over $500,000, but they ain't pay that shit for one motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But I think at the time, okay. I guess for the proper cameras, the lighting, the dancers, and all this extra shit to pay everybody, I guess that's what it costs. I don't know. That's a lot of money.
Through a strategic finesse, selling the rights to a making-of documentary to various television stations. A making-of documentary that, after the insane success of the video, popularized the format and has since sold over 10 million copies.
They've definitely made over that 500,000 for sure.
The rest is history. And Thriller became the first music video in history to be inducted into the United States National Film Registry by the Library of
Congress. The one thing about I love, don't get me wrong, we love the 4K. But it's cool to see the original. You can't find the original you find little clips of it, but you can't find the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I got the whole thing. I got the Michael Jackson DVD downstairs still. I will go get it for y'all, but that's downstairs and we upstairs. But yeah.
Congress as culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant, and is credited for legitimizing music videos as a serious art form, breaking racial barriers in pop and on TV stations like MTV, and certifying MJ as the king of pop.
Say it again, Dexter.
And Part of the massive success of Thriller could also be credited to a philosophy that Michael carried across projects from that album onwards, that he doesn't make music videos, but short films.
That's what I'm saying. They literally short, like even like The Way You Make Me Feel, Smooth Criminal. It's like that's what made me even want to get into short films my own self. Cause I'm watching music videos. I'm not even going. I'm watching music videos. I seen that took her to the old music video by King Von. Literally like probably back in I want to say mid-August for the first time. Feel me? I don't know. I was never in tune. I was never really in tune with him when he was alive, but or really didn't even know much about him. It's crazy that might sound. I did nothing. And I'm like, bro, I fuck with this. Like I fuck with this shit. I'm like, okay, babe. Like I'm just, damn, like I fuck with this, bro. Like I like this. Like just how the style of the video was and other music videos from other artists. Like, bro, that's really what makes a music video pop. When you put real actors and you really make it like a film type of thing. That's Michael Jackson. That's literally what he was doing, bro. This man is him and his team. It's not just him.
Video, that's taboo around here. So we say it's a short film.
According to him, that's
taboo around here.
but short films.
I don't even allow people to say the word video. That's taboo around here. So we say it's a short film.
According
Short
to him,
film.
that's how they approached all of his videos.
Okay.
I wanted the most talented people in the business. The best cinematographer, the best lighting people we could get. We weren't shooting on videotape. It was 35mm film. We were serious. And the best people he got for sure. From recruiting iconic directing legends like Martin Scorsese, Spike Lee, David Fincher,
Damn.
and John Singleton. He would similarly fill the videos with entertainment legends, from Eddie Murphy and Marlon Brando, to Macaulay Culkin and Steven Spielberg, Chris Tucker, Wesley Snipes, and even the GOAT Michael Jordan.
It's crazy. You
And
can't.
so, at an unparalleled level of fame,
Michael Jackson was Hollywood as hell. If you ain't up there in the ranks, he ain't looking for your ass. He was Hollywood as hell. He was dope, but he was Hollywood as hell. You had to have that resume to get in something with him.
faced an
Facts.
intense media scrutiny that he hated. A scrutiny he fought with 3 simple words. Riding through an amusement
I like
park
that
of
song.
newspaper
Where's my
clippings
phone
and
at? I
tabloids
forgot about
reporting on
that
his
song.
eccentric behavior and outright lies, and then blending and conflating the two, the stop-motion style of the video leans into the media's distortion of Michael's personal life and public image by featuring wacky, surreal imagery and took 9 months to produce. There are references to many tabloid rumors about Jackson at the time, such as one story that claimed he slept in a hyperbaric oxygen chamber to slow his aging, after an image of him lying down in one leaked to the media after he visited a hospital, or a reference to when Michael bought a chimpanzee named Bubbles, and tabloids that took that as a sign of Michael's increasing detachment from reality. A nose in a scalp.
So, with the hyperbolic time chamber shit, a lot of athletes are sleeping in little chambers, recovery chambers or whatever now, for whatever reasons. I think that may have been something similar with his. Obviously, I don't know if it's recovery, but to say that there's a machine that can slow down aging, I don't know what time y'all think we're in. This is not a fucking fantasy. But excuse me, I gotta stop cussing on here. This is not a fantasy. But also the animal thing, it's a lot of rappers buying spider monkeys and all type of stuff. I think he's just the first person that did it. Me, I would never. Yeah, buying a monkey is crazy to me, but he just did it first, so it looked really weird. So, but now he had to do it so everybody else could do it, and nobody say nothing about them. That's really what it is. It's like models back then who first was getting their bodies done back in the 80s and stuff. Like, I don't know when that first started, but it's like they had to, because women now get shit for it, but back then it was probably even 10 times worse. So they had to kind of crawl so these people could kind of like somewhat walk, even though they get shit for it too. But it's not nearly as bad. It's way more common now than it probably was back then. At least at a certain period in time. It probably got common real fast, but when the first couple women to do it, they probably chewed them out for that.
Or an
The
obvious
media and
reference to
everybody.
The obsession with his cosmetic surgeries. And one of the most important ones is the reference to a report that Jackson had offered to buy the bones of Joseph Merrick,
What?
a severely deformed man from 19th century England who was exhibited at a freak show under the stage name The Elephant Man And in reference to buying his bones, Michael stated that that was a complete lie.
Did you buy the Elephant Man's bones when you were trying to get them?
That's another stupid story.
Uh-huh.
I love the story of the Elephant Man. It reminds me of me a lot. You know, I could relate to it. It made me cry because I saw myself in the story. But no, I never asked for the Elephant Man. Where am I going to put some bones?
I don't know.
You know, why would I want a pair of bones?
I don't know. So
But-
where did that come from?
Someone makes it up and everybody believes it. If you hear a lie often enough, you start to believe it.
And in the
Facts. Nobody cares about the truth if the lie is more entertaining. Michael Jackson wants to buy animal bones versus Michael Jackson performs Leave Me Alone. Michael Jackson sells out crowd. Motherfucker, he sells out a crowd every time. This ain't nothing new, but this story right here, oh nah, people gonna run. This gonna get us clicks, reviews, everything. It's just like a reporter asking Damian Lillard, I heard Glorilla shot her shot at you. You a reporter and that's what you asking? You really care about that, or you just putting two big names together that potentially one shot her shot at him or whatever the case may be that could potentially go viral and go public? Versus asking him, what are the Bucks' plans this year? Which one do you think got more clicks and more views? I'm just saying. It's like I can make up a story about Ruby Rose. If I'm a reporter, a secret reporter, I can make up not even Ruby Rose. I can make up a story about whoever. I can make up a story about LeBron right now. Motherfuckers will believe it. Like real shit. If you're a reporter or something, motherfuckers will believe it. Oh, I got a secret source that told me such. Like they'll believe it. People are stupid.
The video towards the end, to parody the rumors, Michael's seen dancing with an elephant man's bones.
Oh, so he was
and this
trolling
would have
them.
a lot more meaning later.
He was
Because
trolling
exactly 10 years afterwards, in 1997, on the same album that Ghost was meant to promote, Blood on the Dance Floor,
That's my
History in
song.
the Mix, Jackson features one of his darkest songs, Morphine, about his addiction to painkiller medication, and features a sample from the movie based on Merrick's life, David Lynch's The Elephant Man, drawing a very interesting
I never even heard of the
comparison
Elephant
between them.
Man. This whole story. Am I gonna get copyright for this?
The sampled scene itself shows Merrick being hesitant to follow a new doctor's instructions, fearing exploitation and manipulation.
I'm just saying because I don't want to have
given
a
his
bunch of
past
those on my channel. I already got like a
experiences
couple.
being exhibited. Similarly, Michael feels like his life is being treated like a spectacle, like a circus, and shares Merrick's distrust. And these stories inspire the derogatory nickname.
Who edited this
Wacko
video?
Jack.
God damn, I know you sat down for 10 hours doing this. Maybe longer.
You should not say he's an animal. Should not say he's Jacko. I'm not a Jacko. I'm Jackson.
What is Jack? I've heard that name, but what was that?
Yeah, Wacko Jacko. Where'd that come from? Some English tabloid. I have a heart and I have feelings. I feel that when you do that to me. It's not nice. Don't do it. I'm not a wacko.
To symbolize Jackson's frustration with the press treating him as an oddity, the video reveals that the entire amusement park is actually a giant Jackson himself, and he breaks free, tearing it to the ground in a very symbolic gesture. Then in 1993, Paramount Pictures brought Michael onto the film Addams Family Values to record a horror-themed song for the film, and to make a tie-in short film to promote it. A project which was meant to become Is This Scary?, a 12 to 15 minute long musical horror short film. Michael contacted the author Stephen King, popularly known as the King of Horror, to write the film from a story idea he had, and King agreed, finding that he was fascinated by the idea of writing a musical for the first time.
You know, I was known as the horror guy, the master of horrors, and he said, I really want to do this video, and I want to do the scariest video that's ever been done, and you're just the person to do it.
The film follows the story of a character known as the Maestro, a resident of an old mansion.
Seeing how much they really got to put into it. I knew you had to put a lot into this, but I'm a person, it's not that I don't like working with a bunch of people. I like to make sure whoever I'm working with is doing their thing. I like having relationships, and I'm real genuine. I don't really got to tell you that like the action and energy will speak for itself. So that's not even something I really got to tell you, but I'm just like, if I have a video, I edit all my own videos, y'all. But if I had a video editor to edit a short film, for example, I would really want to be sitting there not watching them do it, but I gotta, like, I want it to be like this, like this, like this. I'm paying you good money, so I want to be like this, like this, like this, and I'm gonna watch it. Like, okay, I like that. Yep. Like, I'm really gonna be in tune with everything. So the fact how much goes it, like, this is a real team thing, and I don't know. It's not that I don't do well with teams. It's just, I don't know. I've always liked to do things on my own, bruh. Like, it takes a team. It takes a village, though.
Overlooking the suburban town.
Takes a village.
Normal Valley. Yeah, Normal Valley. I think you can see where this is going.
They got to give these producers more credit, though. These script writers and stuff more credit. I didn't know who by any of these people.
And their children, who
I mean, I know Spike Lee and all that, but I didn't know they were involved.
For being strange.
What did you want?
We want you out of town. You don't fit in here.
You're not like us. Why do I have to be?
You're not like anybody. You're weird. These kids think you're scary.
I'm scary. Do you think I'm scary?
You bet you're scary. You're a weirdo.
I ain't gonna lie. His acting is solid. His acting is solid. His acting is solid, bro. Let's be honest.
But we want you out of town.
In case you haven't noticed, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in, and I don't...
He said people in this town felt that this person on the hill was weird and strange and scary. And the kids were kind of like, yeah, we sort of dig this guy. What he wanted to say was, strange isn't bad, and people who think strange is bad are expressing a kind of herd mentality. He made a point to say they didn't like it, that the kids liked him. It was a way of him saying, look, I am what I am, and the kids like it, and so what?
Interestingly, during the shoot of this scene, Michael wanted the mob to hurl actual insults at him. According to actor Troy Evans, Michael wanted the camera to capture a real visceral reaction, like we're witnessing the uncovering of a real psychological wound. And apparently, no matter how much the actors tried, nothing worked.
After every take, they would say, we want you to really, really go after him. We'd come around to take 57 or something, and I said, you f***ing bleached freak, stay away from my son. And they said, cut. And then they came right over to me and said, no, really insult him. I had no idea where to go from there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
when it comes to this stuff, bro, like, you really gotta, it's real, bro. You're playing a character, but you're not. This is real. Let that shit come out for real.
The response that finally made Michael snap is not known, but Michael's seething answer to a metaphorical manifestation of all the people who called him weird and strange through the lens of fiction is truly interesting to hear.
Weird, you're a freak.
To any of you. Know what you can do for me? Kiss right here. Kiss right here. You're a swine. You're a goddamn pig. Go to hell. Every last one of you pigs. Is this scary? Ah!
Notice his anger after that call cut.
Now, if you've been paying attention, you'll notice that this narrative is very pointedly about Michael's life, and it gets much wilder. But while the production was underway, allegations of inappropriate conduct with a child were made against Michael, alongside contractual disputes leading to the production being cancelled.
There have been many disgusting statements made recently concerning allegations of improper conduct on my part. These statements about me are totally false.
Michael's public image went through irreparable damage. Now, while this is not a video about the allegations themselves, there are quite a few details that are important to Ghosts and the narrative. One of the people who led the prosecution against Jackson, a Santa Barbara district attorney named Tom Sneddon, remember that name, executed a search warrant allowing them to take nude photographs of Jackson to match against descriptions made by his accuser.
The warrant further stated that I had no right to refuse examination or photographs, and if I failed to cooperate with them, they would introduce that refusal at any trial as an indication of my guilt.
It was the most humiliating ordeal of my life.
In an out-of-court settlement of a civil suit filed by the family, the boy involved was to receive a payment of more than 50.
Michael Jackson paid $23 million settlement money to the boy who accused him of child. Wait, so what? He paid this $23 million? Like this was the deal he had to do? Settlement money, okay. So I heard that some kids said he molested him and stuff like that. And as a kid, you know, I don't remember what I was thinking, but I just know I just told myself, like, not as a kid, but when I really found out what was really going on when I was older, obviously Michael Jackson was gone, but I just said to myself, like, is this, like, are they trying to, because I've already said in other videos that when you see a grown man hanging out with a bunch of kids, and it's not really his job, it's different if you're a teacher or stuff like that, or you run a daycare or something like that, or you own a group home, stuff like that, giving back to the community. It's certain things that just are bad looks when you have a whole thing for kids and you playing with them all day and you doing all this stuff. Like, as he had a good heart, has a good heart, it's just how it was viewed. Like, I personally wouldn't do it because I know how this should go, especially if you have a daughter. Your parents who have daughters, like, I'm not about to do that. Like, I'll have a little thing for kids and things like that, but I'm not about to, like, you feel me? You ain't, like, you know, even if I do got this house and I'm having all these kids come to do whatever, it's certain shit that I just can't do. But he didn't, obviously now we know not to do that, but him, he thought it was okay. He just had, like I said, he had to crawl before everybody else could walk. He did it first, and everybody know not to do it. I very don't believe that he molesting a kid, but when a kid comes out and says that, you automatically gonna think the kid is accurate. The kid ain't lying. If a little kid says to his mom that he doesn't like her new boyfriend, that he just mean to him or whatever, the little bro could really be lying. It could be lying, like he could literally just not like the fact that his mom is no longer with his dad. Or no longer like the fact that his mom is giving somebody else the attention he was once getting, even though it's two different types of loves. You get what I'm saying? I've seen it. But you're not going, you know what people going to say, damn, she chose a man over her kid? That's going to get in her head. And then she's just going to be like, you know what, never mind, I can't deal with you. My kid don't like you. He didn't do nothing. He could have not done nothing wrong, but you're going to automatically believe the kid, right? Now it's a messed up situation because a lot of kids who are telling the truth. Then there's some that aren't. It's just a messed up situation. That's why you got to take it to trial, and then, you know, you got to do what you do. But the fact that his name was in this, it's a tarnish to him. This wasn't big enough to kill Michael Jackson, but it just, you never want your name or something like this.
Of a civil suit filed by the family.
$23 million?
It's
crazy.
More than $15 million. And then Sneddon and his Los Angeles counterpart dropped the case when the boy and his family announced that they would no longer cooperate. Then after Paramount Pictures released the Addams Family film, without Michael Jackson's song or accompanying short film, they still included him as a joke.
Wait, why did they drop it? They didn't want to go. I mean, I know why they dropped it, but why didn't he?
Michael's next album, History, which released in 1995, is to this day widely seen as his most personal album, as the majority of the new songs written for the record revolve around the allegations, Jackson's relationship with the media, and more, with a darker, more angry rock-inspired sound, perfectly exemplified by the lead single, Michael and his sister Janet's hit song Scream, where for the first and only time in his career, Michael drops the F-bomb in his music while directly addressing the media. Furthermore, for the first time, profanity shows up across a number of songs on the record, like the aggressive This Time Around, where Michael directly addresses the father of the accusing family in 1993, who Michael claims was out to extort him.
Somebody's got to use me.
They really want to use me, and then they falsely accuse me. This time around. I ain't gonna lie, this what made Michael Jackson so unique, bro, because I've really never bro, he's a singer that really didn't cuss. I mean, there's a lot of singers probably didn't cuss, but it's just, he has Billie Jean. He got the Thriller flow. He got the They Don't Care About Us. Tell me what has become of my life. What'd he say after that? What'd he say after that? Tell me what has become of my life. I have a wife and 2 children who love me, and I'm a victim of police brutality. No. Feel me? Like he could hit a note. He had the hard music, like the hit me, don't you black and white. Like he could change, like bro, he has so many flows, bro. I gotta listen to I've listened. They Don't Care About Us, Stranger in the Musk. I haven't really heard Scream. I heard Scream. I've seen the video, obviously, but I never really paid attention to it. So I'm gonna go pay attention to it now.
Even Biggie has a feature. But the most interesting song is DS, the only diss track of Michael's career where he takes aim at Tom Sneddon, the district attorney I mentioned earlier.
Oh shit! Michael was dissing people. I like that.
Suggests that Sneddon is part of the KKK.
You think he brother with the KKK? I bet his mother never taught him the right anyway. He just want your vote. Just turn main TA. He don't do half what he say.
Hey, and that his mom didn't raise him well. That he could be working for the CIA or FBI, and he even ends the song with a gunshot. Also, he couldn't have made it clear who the song is about because the chorus is literally... Anyways, now that you know all the necessary...
He dissed his ass. Hold on, what song is this, bro? What song is this? Because I've made a couple of diss tracks in my life. Told me she was toxic off the rip, but I ain't listen. Played her like a goofy, now I'm sitting up here tripping. This to me and you.
Aim at Tom Sneddon, the district...
DS, that's the name of the song?
I mentioned earlier. I have to say this track is cold. Michael straight up suggests that Sneddon is part of the KKK and that his mom didn't raise him well. That he could be working for the CIA or FBI, and he even ends the song with a gunshot. Also, he couldn't have made it clear who the song is about because the chorus is literally necessary information and context. Let's get into Ghosts. In Mike Smallcomb's book, Making Michael, Inside the Career of Michael Jackson, Mike writes about how, in light of the events of 1993, which stopped production of the original in the first place, finishing Ghosts became even more important to Michael. And his record label was worried that the project didn't really serve any purpose, but couldn't stop Michael once he got it going. And when we look at it, it makes perfect sense why. Shauna Mongatol, one of the only cast members to return from his The Scary, has spoken about the eerie way his life began to resemble the film.
When those allegations came out, it was the most amazing example of art imitating life or life imitating art because everything that happened in Is This Scary at the same time started happening in his life.
And the final version has some interesting changes, to say the least. While the original version of Ghosts has the mayor character played by the actor Ken Jenkins, one of the conditions that the new director made of Michael was for him to play all of the major parts, including the mayor. And so the mayor strongly resembles a certain district attorney by a name I can't exactly remember.
I played a fat, grotesque, ridiculous mayor who, and I say it in that way because those kind of people, who are just so stubborn, they just don't see the beauty of the inside of a person.
A few things were shuffled around since the 1993 version of the film. For example, the original director, Stephen King frequent collaborator Mick Garris, who also co-wrote the story and screenplay, couldn't return because he had to work on the Shining miniseries. And so the head of Mayplay couldn't return because he had to work on
Red Rum,
Garris, who also co-wrote the story and screenplay, couldn't return because he had to...
I was wondering where rappers got... I know it's murder, but I was wondering where rappers got that name from. Like, who made it up?
To work on the Shining miniseries. And so the head of makeup and special effects, Stan Winston, the special effects legend behind films like Jurassic Park, The Terminator, and The Thing, took over directing duties. And when the film opens, the angry mob approaches the maestro's house with their torches. The presentation of the film begins in black and white, which isn't the case in the original version, but maybe they just didn't add it since it technically wasn't finished. And when they enter the maestro's dilapidated mansion, the film changes to color. Now, I'm not going to go all literature teacher on you, but I'm interpreting this as the same technique that was used in The Wizard of Oz, after Dorothy leaves Kansas. It's literally bringing color and magic to the mundane, and the Spielberg-esque shots of the children looking in wonder throughout the film hammer this point home a little bit.
You mean all this time the only thing standing between hanging up there and living it up down here were those crows?
Another interesting but kind of subtle change is that the young children featured in the film are changed from a mix of boys and girls in This Scary to just boys and ghosts, again for the obvious real-life parallel.
Why don't we just leave him alone? He hasn't hurt anybody. Can't we just go?
Your fault, jerk. Just couldn't keep your mouth shut.
You did the right thing.
He's a weirdo.
Show him the neat stuff he did for us.
Shut up. That's supposed to be a secret.
Some very subtle dialogue with a lot of subtext and nuance informs us of the situation at hand.
You're weird. You're strange. And I don't like you.
And then Michael's character, the Maestro, makes a deal with the mayor. The first person to get scared has to leave, and so he starts pulling some funny faces.
Do you think this is scary?
That's it?
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Is this scary?
Why they keep putting him, bro, from Incredibles? Is that Incredibles? Or I think it is. Shit. Why they keep putting him in there?
Escape. Michael closes the doors, and then another interesting difference between Ghosts and Is This Scary is Michael's performance after closing the door, with the original version being a lot more menacing, and the final one a lot more friendly.
No, you can't leave. You are my guest.
It's too late. You're my guest.
Then after Michael says meet the family, not the Addams family though, we launch into a dance routine where Michael rips off his skin, almost as if he's opening himself to the closest possible examination, like he has nothing left to hide, and moonwalks as a CGI skeleton while the song Is It Scary plays, asking the media, the audience, and the mob the same question. An apt summary of the theme of the film. Afterwards, the skeleton, also played by Michael in the mocap suit, pulls the mayor onto the dance floor where he's trapped by the other ghouls, and then the skeleton transforms into the super ghoul. This is not my label, by the way. This is what the creature, also played by Michael of course, is called in the credits, and it possesses the mayor to dance before he transforms into an ugly ghoul himself, reflecting his own inner ugliness and, I guess, the ugliness of his values.
Who's scary now? Who's the freak now? Freaky boy? Freak circus freak? Who's scary?
After throwing up the ghost that possessed him and going back to
this
normal,
is very
Michael
weird.
agrees to go. Something that the children absolutely don't want, and he dramatically turns into dust, his face dissolving slowly, symbolizing the tragic loss of his public image, similar to a lyric he wrote on Stranger in Moscow from the History album, where he laments his sudden fall from grace. In the first version of the film, the same thing happens, but in that version, the children rebuild Michael.
Just pretend, wasn't it? Just for fun? How come they don't know that?
They do. Really, just forget.
You're not scary at all.
And then Michael disappears. After the mob leaves, they run into Wednesday, Pugsley, and other Addams Family characters, since this version was meant to tie in with the film. The final version's ending is a lot more definitive, though, with the fate of the mayor.
What that mean?
Because as the mob tries to leave, the super ghoul pulls one final prank on the mayor and appears as a giant head in the door after he opens it, scaring him into jumping through one of the windows and vanishing. Then after revealing himself to be alive and simply an entertainer, the parents' initial fears of him being a danger are eased, and seem to have been based on bias. And yeah, that dad over there is most deaf.
Who?
Oh, damn.
Then everyone has some fun scaring each other before cutting to a 6-minute long credit sequence that showcases Michael in the makeup chair, preparing for his various different roles.
Bro,
Ghost
look at
played at the
that.
prestigious Cannes Film Festival in France, by the way. Like, this short film was huge. And until 2013, with Pharrell Williams' 24-hour video for Happy, it held the Guinness World Record for the longest music video at 40 minutes long. Despite all this, and the fact that it went much bigger than Thriller did in every conceivable way, most people don't even know that this film exists, or forgot how wild it is.
I for sure don't know. I for sure didn't know this film exists. I'm looking confused the whole time. How come I ain't seen
Especially
this?
in the unavoidably personal context that it exists in. If you're interested in how and why creators of films like this feature so many personal details of their lives and their work, check out my last video on self-insertion and fiction. A part 2 to that video will be coming very...
We'll check it out some other time, bro. Appreciate this video. Appreciate to the person who recommended this video. There's a couple other recommendations. I'm gonna get to those. But anyways, if y'all like this video, y'all know what to do. Spam that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Rest in peace to Kari. Rest in peace to my grandma. Both our grandmas.